Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to give out some selections for a very good day's racing on Saturday. Starting off with my nap of the day, and that actually comes out on the flat over at Lingfield, and it's No Flies on Me for a very much informed team of Joe Fanning and Mark Johnston. Now this combination was tipped up in an earlier video of mine. They've been on fire recently. They teamed up for a nice 6-1 winner at Wolverhampton last night, I think it was, and I think they'll get another winner today with No Flies on Me in the 255. He's currently about 11-8 in the betting, and it's won his last two races over course and distance. The last one was back from 6 months off and it won by a length and a half, but Joe Fanning didn't really have to get too serious on board the mount, and I think it's up £5. It's running only 8 days after it's come back, so there is a concern about if the horse will bounce back and reverse slightly, because you often see that when they come from a long break and then run very closely in short spaces of time. But I think if he can cope with that, I think it'll be a very nice bet at 11-8. My next best bet comes over at Warwick, and it is Surrey Quest in the 225 for Nicky Henderson and Aidan Coleman. Now this horse I actually saw live at Doncaster a few weeks back, and it was very, very impressive, especially before in the paddock. It looked miles clear of the other horses visually, and it did look a bit of a monster, to be honest, and it definitely backed that up on the track. It was actually weak in the market. It was sent off 11-1 in the end, but it hosed up and could have won by any amount. Again, it was Mumbo Jumbo was about 7 lengths back in second, and he looked a progressive horse from his first to second run, so I think this form will work out quite well. Even though he does have a lot to prove with Party Business, who has already done it at a high level, I think Surrey Quest does have that scope for improvement and is around 3-1 in the market. He definitely does need to take a step forward, but he still looks a bit babyish, and connections have said this season they're not going to over-test him, they're just going to try and get him to learn and progress, and I think this could be a very good starting point. It's definitely up in class, but I think he does have that scope for improvement and could be a nice bet at 3-1. My each way bet comes in the Lanzarote over at Kempton in the 240, and this horse has been very well supported overnight. It is Bold Plan, who opened up at around 40-1 in the betting in some places. He's now down to 22, but he definitely caught my eye if you watch his last couple of runs back. He's down £10 in the handicap from 134 to 124, and he's only had 3 runs, and to be honest, they've been considerable rides, let's put it that way. I don't think he's been asked that many questions, and I think this will be his main target for the season. He's had a couple of runs now, as I said. He's dropped his handicap mark down. Headgear goes on. Sean Bowen back in the saddle. There's a lot of reasons why you would fancy this horse. I think a bigger field will suit, and he's definitely a each way play at around 22-1. Now remember, different bookmakers are playing up to 7 places, so make sure to check out for the places and the value. But to run through my selections again, my nap of the day is No Flies on Me 11-8. Surrey Quest is my next best at 3-1, and my each way bet is Bold Plan at 22-1. Thanks a lot for watching, and let us know who your nap of the day is in the comments down below.